I thank God say men no be God. I thank God say the way we God take the men never fit study am. How can the country like Nigeria, as big as Nigeria, wey be say they say before you become a president, you must have 25% from the capital state, which is Abuja. But at the same time, this 25% has not been granted, and one person is telling us that, Abba, I don't even need to now vote because why it is my turn. Now your father property, I mean your mama own. Honestly, I don't understand the reason why be say everything with Nigeria they do, they turn to another thing. And because of this, Nigeria has been regarded as one country where be say I don't want to use my mouth talk. Because even the people where they're supposed to repair something that they spoil them. So more than listening to how the constitution, they analyze everything and why Mr. Obi is winning. So thank God for that.
Situations envisaged by the Constitution, we must effectively determine who becomes the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And Section 134(2)(b) clearly states, without equivocation, that the man who must sit as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria must win 25% of the votes cast in the Federal Capital Territory. Must is a word. Because if you look at the Constitution, you see that it clearly says that you will win 2/3 of the states, including 25% of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. And what does it envisage? Look at the law. Look at the intention of the draftsman. Across the nation, you're expected as a governor to win 2/3 of the local government, 25% of 2/3 of the local government in the state. And the reason is because the draftsman envisages that a man who must be governor must be popular, must have a wide spread, must have an acceptability of sorts within the state. And then who superintends over Nigeria from Abuja, who is indeed constitutionally the governor, if you like, of Abuja, is the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And Abuja runs as an exceptional territory. He does superintend over Abuja through the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory and the Abuja Development Agency, that's Federal Capital Development Agencies. What does he do? The president who must superintend over Abuja must be deemed to be popular, must be deemed to have won 25% of the votes in Abuja. So the matter in court, essentially, for which we are going to be at the Federal High Court in Abuja, Maitama, tomorrow, is simply saying that you should not swear in a man as president until the court determines his status as president-elect or president-select. Mark my use of words, and I'm saying this without equivocation. Now, if the law says that he must win 25% of Abuja, do the citizens, indigents, residents of Abuja who voted have the right to ask that the man who must superintend over Nigeria from Abuja wins 25% of the votes cast in Abuja? The answer is a capital letter yes. So the argument is before the judge to determine whether he can ask for an extension of the swearing of the president until this matter is determined. And the answer is capital letter yes. I read to you Section 135 of the 1999 Constitution. Section 135, sub 1 says, without doubt, Steve, listen, listen. It says, subject to the provisions of this Constitution, a person shall hold the office of president until when the successor in office takes the oath of office.
What section? What section is that?
B says.
Professor Nwakubia, what section of the Constitution is that?
Section 135(1).
Okay. All right. Go on.
Section 135(1) of the 1990. And then subsection 1B says he dies whilst holding such office, or subsections 135(1)C says the date when the resignation from office. And then sub D says he otherwise ceases to hold office in accordance with the provisions of the law, impeachments and all that. Now, what so many people hold as sacrosanct is sub 2, section 135(2) of the 1999 Constitution, which says that subject to the provision of subsection 1 of this Constitution, the President shall vacate his office at the expiration of a period of 4 years, commencing from the date when. Now, you look at the subsections, you understand. Now, subsection 1 holds superintendence, holds preeminence over subsection 2. And what are we saying? That we must determine whether the man who is president-select has truly won the presidency as